Okay, we talked about how the interaction works between pitchers and batters. Let's talk about what happens on the base pass. We just had a door just lined out to third base. Okay, so door's out. Okay, we have 2 outs in the inning, but we have Metkovich on second and Williams on first. Now, if you look at these runners, okay, first of all, the 1 out happened here. What we're going to check and see is we're going to check for a double play. Okay, we're going to see if they got back. Basically, my assumption is always that a quick runner gets back. You can do a check. I don't always do it, but you've got to see Ted Williams is blue behind his ear. That means he's not a quick base runner for this season. Okay, he didn't steal a lot of bases this season. So that means that you can check him. You can just do a straight up roll. What I usually do, if you're going to check it, figure straight up 1 to 3, he's safe. 4 to 6, he's out. Just roll a d6, right? If they're a slow runner, then I make it 1 to 4, he's out. 5 to 6, he's safe. In other words, I weight it, in their advantage. In this case, liner to third, the fact that Ted Williams would be doubled off is slim to none. Okay, so we got 1 out, liner to third. Okay, so in that situation, that's how you would do it. Anything you do on the base pass has to do with the batter's speed and the fielder's fielding ability. Okay, let's look. Let me double check here because I've forgotten who's playing third today. Oh no, it's I think we have, if I remember right, Johnson at third today, and then second and short. Okay, so Johnson is the third baseman. Okay, yellow behind his card at the bottom down here means he's an average fielder. Okay, so up against an average runner, it's a toss-up. You wouldn't modify the roll at all. Okay, up against a blue runner, he has a +1 advantage. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's say that in this situation, let's say there's only 1 out. Okay, we'll go back to we're pretending now. Okay, there's only 1 out. We've got runners on first and second, and a ball's hit to the second baseman. Okay, our second baseman is Snuffy over here. Sternweiss is a green fielder. Okay, he's a +1 fielder. Okay, first of all, ball hit to second, our runner is going to go to third, right? So we're going to have Metkovich advance to third. The question is there going to be a double play here? Okay, so when it's a ground out would be the result. A ground out to the second baseman. Okay, so a ground out here means he's going to make the first out. Okay, so the 4 to 6 of the 4-6-3 double play is going to happen. Okay, so there's an out already made. The question is, Ted Williams is out, so he's off the playing field. Okay, the question is, did the batter York make it to first? Okay, well, he's a blue rated runner. Okay, so the second baseman to shortstop, our shortstop is Rizzuto, and Rizzuto is yellow rated, average. Okay, first baseman is Tommy Henrik. He's green rated. Okay, so the defense, if you take a 0 and a +1, they're +1. Okay, the batter is a blue rated runner, so he's -1. So there's a 2-point swing there. That means I'm gonna, if straight up, if they're all average, 1 to 3 he'd be safe, 4 to 6 he'd be out. I gotta take 2 points away from the batter or the runner on this. So he has to roll a 1 to be safe. So he rolled a 6, he's out, inning over. Okay? Anything you want to do in the field, and I'll go through some other situations. That was an infield situation. We'll do, look at an outfield situation here. Let's say you got to run on let's say we got to run on third, ball hit, there's 1 out, ball hit to the left fielder. We want to know if, and forget everything else for now, let's just talk about the situation. 1 out, runner at third, we want to know if he tags up, and let's say this is, let's just call it Door because he's yellow rated. Okay, he's a yellow rated runner, so he's average. So that's a 0. Left field. Let's see here, left field. Hang on a second. Keller's our left fielder, and he's a yellow rated fielder. Okay, Door's a yellow rated runner. Our catcher is Robinson. He's +1. Defense is +1. All right, so that means that we have to take 1 away from Door's chances of making it home on a tag up. Okay, so basically, you can decide as the manager of the Red Sox if you're going to send him or not. Based on the fact that he's -1, I wouldn't send him. But it's your prerogative as manager. If you do send him, 1 to 2 he's safe, 4 to 6 he's out. He's out. Okay, so that's how you figure out plays in the outfield, and it works that way for anything you're going to do. What you do is you total the ability of the defense. You look at the runner's ability, and you compare the two. If the runner's in a disadvantage, you take it away from the runner's side of a D6 roll, where 1 to 3 he's safe, 4 to 6 he's out. You remove, or you can add points if the runner has the advantage. 1 to 4 he'd be safe. You know, let's say we have a runner. Let's say where the Yankees are up, okay, and we have, in that situation, we have Sternweiss over here on third. Okay, he's on third. Nobody out. Ball hit to left field. Okay. Left field. I want to make sure I tell you guys it right. I'm not a 1946 expert, so I'm looking these up real quick. So you can go on to baseballreference.com and you can find starting lineups for all these teams if you're looking for them. They're in the other section of all this information you can find on the site. But it'll tell you the most common lineups, and that's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I use to make my batting orders. So Williams is obviously going to be left field. I should have known that. I'm not even thinking. So Ted Williams is left field. He is, for our purposes, he's an average fielder. Okay. And that, keep in mind, before everybody freaks out about these ratings, these are by season. So for 1946, based on his play in that season, he was an average fielder. Okay. So don't give me hate posts about Ted Williams being better than that. Anyway, he's in left field. Ball's hit to him. Our catcher is Wagner, and he is +1. So the defense is +1. Ted Williams 0, then his +1. Okay, they're +1. Well, our runner is +1 because Sternweiss is a green rated runner. You can see that behind here. Okay, so it's even up. So 1 to 3 he's safe. 4 to 6 he's out. He's out. All right. So you make the choice whether you want to send him or not. Typically, I play conservatively, depending upon who the team is and kind of how they played the game. If the runner doesn't have an advantage and it's not a key situation, I'm not going to send him because it's 50-50 shot. But anyway, that's how all the situations play out in the game. And I could go through a lot of different things, but typically on a double play in the infield, the pitcher wins the roll. It shows ground out on his card, and then you roll the D6 to see who it went to. It's a ground out to the shortstop. All right, and you got a runner on first. Then the play is going to be, there's going to be an out right here at second because the outs come from the pitcher card. The hit outcomes come from the batter card. Okay, so the out at second, and then you got to figure, okay, the second baseman has the ball. Is the runner going to be out coming to the plate? And you look at the runner's speed versus the second baseman and the first baseman's total defense, which would be 0, +1, or sometimes +2, or whatever it comes out to. And that tells you what you need to take away from the runner's side of the roll. That's it. Don't have to look up any charts. Don't do anything. Everything you need to handle any situation is on the tabletop, and you can play it the way you want. You can be aggressive. You can play it straight up. You can play it the way the teams, the way the teams originally played. I mean, the way the Red Sox played that year, or the Yankees played that year. You can do whatever you want, in terms of how aggressive you want to be. Same thing with stealing bases. It's basically, it comes down to a D6 roll that is weighted based on the ability of the runner and the defense. You just compare the two and adjust the roll as needed. It's a little like, my idea for this came from Dungeons and Dragons. You have modified rolls based on the skill of the player. That's the same kind of thing we're doing here. So pretty simple. But if you have questions, post them in the comments, and I'll be putting some more videos up soon. See you guys later.